silence of mediocrity to disperse expansive, game-changing marketing wisdom. This is the Jeff Payne Show.
Reaching for a higher place than we can reach alone. Get up, get in, it's time to win. This is a Jeff Payne Show.
There's a guy in Melbourne named Irwin Howe who has audited close to 70,000 websites over the last 17 years. Not looked at, audited line by line, page by page, 70,000 times. And here's what he says that matters most. The same problems show up over and over, no matter what the industry is. Not because businesses are ignoring best practices, because they're following them and getting a hollow copy of what actually works. That's the part I want to sit with today. Because if you've already added the call to action, already have the testimonial page, already have the blog cadence going, and your phone still isn't ringing, the problem isn't that you skipped a step, it's that you did the step without the substance underneath it. Hello, I'm Jeff Payne. You're listening to The Jeff Payne Show, episode number 23. You didn't skip a step, you skipped the substance.
And now, our feature presentation.
How's Audit boils every page down to 4 questions. Who are you? What do you do? Why should I believe you? And how do I get in touch? He compares it to a first date. You don't open your life story, and you'd be a fool to leave without asking for the number. Simple test. Most businesses fail, not because they don't try to answer those 4 questions, because they answer them with a checklist instead of a case. Here's what I mean. Take the call to action, the standard advice, Howe's own rule, actually. It's 1 call to action, visible no matter where someone scrolls, 2 above the fold, 3 by the bottom. Good rule, but I've watched business owners implement it and still convert nothing because they treated it as a button counting exercise, 3 buttons, box checked. The real question isn't how many call to actions do you have. It's what is the one thing you want someone to remember after they leave your site long after the visit. Build toward that. And second, what are you actually offering in exchange for a stranger's name and phone number? Because that's what you're asking for. Their name, their email, their phone number, the items most guarded. Contact us isn't an offer. It's a demand with a button on it. Same pattern with proof. House's clients are literally instructing AI to put imperfections into generated images now. A blemish here and a asymmetry there, because a picture that's too perfect reads as fake before a visitor even knows why they don't trust it. That's a clever patch, but it's a patch on the wrong problem. The fix isn't making a fake photo look more real. It's not using a fake photo. Instead, invest in real photography, especially your own headshot, and then go further. Don't just show a face, tell a story. And that's the difference between a testimonial and proof that actually moves someone. A testimonial is 3 sentences in small type that reads exactly like terms and conditions. Nobody reads it, and everybody knows nobody reads it. A story is different. A story has stakes. Colt Melrose is a commercial photographer in Houston. On his site, he doesn't run testimonials. He runs success stories, full narratives about specific clients, what changed for them, what it was worth. One of those stories is a client who credits a single professional headshot Colt shot for them with generating over $1 million in additional revenue for their business. Not great to work with, $1 million attributed in writing by the client. That number does something a 5-star review never will. It's specific. It's outsized. It's verifiable enough to feel true and remarkable enough to be worth repeating. That's proof density, not mere testimonials, but proof with enough weight that a stranger stops scrolling. So here's where I'd point you. If you want to test your own site against this instead of taking my word for it, first, the 8-word test. Can you describe what your business does and why someone should care? in 8 to 10 words. Try it right now. If you can't, you're not being concise. You're being vague, and vague doesn't convert. Second, count your actual call to actions, not the ones you think you have. Then ask which ones you'd cut and what you're really offering with the ones that remain. Third, test your own funnel. Fill out your form, call your own number, follow it all the way through to a human. Do it monthly. It sounds almost embarrassing to say out loud, and that's exactly why most businesses have never done it. Number 4, look at your proof. Not, do I have testimonies? Do I have stories? Real ones, with real names, real numbers, real stakes, connected across the site, not buried on one page nobody visits. None of this is a hack. That's the point. How audited 70,000 websites have found the same gaps again and again. Not because the businesses hadn't heard the advice, but because they've taken the advice and left out the substance that makes it work. We talked a few episodes back about your website as a stage. This is the other half of the idea. You can build the theater, but if the actors are stock photos and the script is a checklist, the audience feels it even when they can't say why. So don't ask what tactic you're missing. Ask what you built a shortcut for instead of building the real thing. I want to thank you for listening. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to The Jeff Payne Show.
Find the complete archives of all episodes at jeffpayne.net or subscribe for free at Apple Podcasts and never miss an episode.
This program is copyrighted by Jeff Payne Incorporated. All rights reserved.
Each week we bring you a message of inspiration and hope, remembering that true hope is available to all through Jesus Christ.